Hello and welcome, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Adam Cellini. Sarasota police officers are investigating a body that was found inside of a car tonight. It happened on the 1300 block of South Tamiami Trail. The body, identified only as female, was found in a car in the Winn-Dixie Shopping Center parking lot. Sarasota PD says it appeared the woman was living in her car and died. No foul play is suspected at this time. A minor has been injured in a Northport shooting this evening. Units responded to a shooting in the 4800 block of Arreton Road, where officials say a juvenile was injured. The police department says one person under the age of 18 had to be airlifted to a nearby hospital for injuries, but at this time the injuries do not appear to be life-threatening. Officers have cleared the scene and concluded that this was an isolated incident and that there is no threat to the public. Well, some of you have probably been enjoying the warm weather this fall, but Steve Newman, that could all be changing soon, couldn't it?
Oh, it's changing as we speak. We're going to have a different weather regime when you wake up tomorrow, and especially on Monday morning. Cold front is passing by, and it's bringing in fairly brisk northerly winds that will develop tomorrow, but it's coming through dry, so radar is not showing much. Maybe some rain out here that's not quite hitting the Gulf of Mexico, but that's part of the front moving past as we speak. We'll talk more about it in a few minutes. Right now it's 72 degrees, dew point 64, humidity 78%, and our high today was 81, last night's low 58. That's a little warmer than normal for the high, and it'll take really till Tuesday for us to recover from this front that's coming through. And even with ample sunshine tomorrow, we're not going to warm up very much, and tonight with the drier air coming in, we're going to cool into the mid 50s. Tomorrow night down in the 40s. Our complete forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Adam?
All right, thank you, Steve. It is off to the races in Englewood this weekend for the second annual Waterfest. And this second time around, businesses along the beach say the event is becoming a big boost for their bottom line. ABC 7's Kate Flexter has more.
Waterfest brought in millions of dollars last year, and now event organizers say they're looking to see the event grow even more.
On Saturday, the beach is packed as hundreds of fans cheer on their favorite teams at Englewood's Waterfest. But just as packed are the stores.
A ton of people come in from all different areas. Like, people come from as far as Ohio and like Minnesota to come and visit us.
For businesses, it's about starting the busy season on a good note.
This year especially has been a huge increase in people visiting us for longer periods of time.
Last year, an economic impact study found Waterfest brought in an estimated $2.3 million, and 50% of those attending came from out of town. Waterfest organizers expect this year will be as impactful, if not more so.
Hotels, restaurants are full. Of course, down here at Race Village, all the restaurants helped out. They're having a banner day, and that's why we did this.
We're doing quite well, sponsor-wise. We've done very well, and now the community, the sales of the tickets have grown.
The only setback, red tide. The latest Florida Fish and Wildlife report shows high levels of red tide in parts of Charlotte County.
It's disappointing. You ride down here and you can smell it, and you know exactly what it is when you smell it coming up.
This is the third time I've been down and they've had red tide.
But on the beach, no visible fish kill, and few seemed bothered by the red tide.
It's part of Florida. You have your hurricanes, you have your thunderstorms, and once in a while you have a problem with the water, but so far, look at the crowd.
Event organizers plan to hold on to some of this year's profits to expand next year's event, while putting some towards local charities.
Once we can get some money in the bank so that we feel comfortable putting it on next year and not having to struggle from zero an account again, then we're going to give some money to the community again.
The races continue tomorrow, and you can watch them right here on ABC 7 from noon to 3. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Kate. Suncoast health officials continue to try and raise awareness about the dangers of heroin and opioids. The community group No Longer Silent hosting its monthly meeting at the Manatee County Central Library today. Manatee and Sarasota County Chief Medical Examiner Dr. Russell Vega spoke to the public about the dangers of the drugs. Dr. Vega has seen a rapid increase of overdoses since he entered his role.
It has definitely gotten worse. For many years, when I was doing this, we would see drug deaths from heroin and similar drugs in the single digits, as opposed to now when we're seeing them over 100.
Law enforcement continues their efforts to get the drugs off the streets through arrests and education. Heroin was blamed for 45 deaths in Manatee County in 2015. In a month-long segment, we will be looking into the future of the Suncoast, and today we asked you what the future will look like for our four-legged friends. Bishop Animal Shelter's Public Events Coordinator Samantha Dominis says she would like to see a decrease in homeless animals on the Suncoast. She believes that goal is attainable only by spaying and neutering pets along with up-to-date vaccinations.
Hopefully in 20 years we'll see less lost and stray animals because everybody will have microchipped their animals and we can reunite them with their families.
Dominis says that through owner education we can largely decrease the amount of lost and stray animals by way of microchipping. Still to come here on ABC 7, the most advanced satellite ever created is heading toward orbit. How it will change the way weather is predicted and help save lives.
My name's Emma. I'm 15. I was bullied all through middle school. That's when I was diagnosed with depression, anxiety, and an eating disorder.
It's like I'm stuck. It's like impossible to move. And I just feel like people just will think I'm making it up.
You need to tell someone because people do care and you're not alone. I don't think depression makes me a bad person. I think it makes me stronger.
How long have we been married there?
For 76 years.
He was kind and generous to me before we married, and he was kind and generous to me all these years. We decided on Meals on Wheels because I was getting to the point where I couldn't do all the things that I had been able to do. We're the Spans. America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
Here's something we bet you didn't know. Nearly half of all cancers can be prevented. That's right, half. Nearly 50%, mostly by making small everyday changes in your diet and controlling your weight, walking more, eating less, and eating foods that help you and your family to seriously reduce the risk of cancer. And of course, by not smoking. Visit the Cancer Prevention Together We Can website and get a free 30-day planner filled with tips, recipes, stats, and more about protecting your family. Go to prevent50.org.
I'm Alan Cohn. Breaking the cycle of incarceration will show you how Sarasota's Comprehensive Treatment Court could offer people a path off the streets.
Monday on ABC 7 News at 7. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you. The all-new mysuncoast.com. Just another way we're here for you.
The most advanced weather satellite ever created is heading into space. It's part of a multi-billion-dollar effort in the U.S. to change the future of forecasting and save lives. Space reporter Josh Barrett has details on the launch.
GOES-R is on its way to geostationary orbit. It left Earth earlier tonight from the launch pad just on the horizon over there. I saw it with my own eyes here on the vehicle assembly building. It was a spectacular sight. Looked like a new sun rising up, taking the weather satellite to the heavens.
And liftoff of NOAA's GOES-R.
It's taken so long, I guess it was hard to see when it was real. And, well, now it's real.
Decades of research rose on a column of smoke and fire over the Florida coast. The GOES-R weather satellite is headed 22,000 miles away to watch Earth for decades to come. The Atlas V rocket's 2.4 million pounds of thrust started its journey there.
And we need all that extra thrust to get us up, get us going fast, so we can get all the way out to that geosynchronous transfer orbit is where we're actually going to deliver the satellite.
But that's just the start of the mission. GOES-R will spend years watching the weather, adding new capabilities to meteorologists' arsenal like a global lightning mapper.
I want to see the GLM data on television, and I want to see it watching the lightning dancing around cloud tops and people just, you know, mouths agape going, ah.
GOES-R will provide data for meteorologists all over the country, making our forecast better and you safer. Reporting from the Kennedy Space Center, Josh Barrett, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Oh, there you have it. Space.
I watched it live. I watched the launch live, and we have high hopes because this satellite is going to give us so much detail looking at Earth, more resolution. The pictures are going to come in more frequently, so we're going to really improve our forecasting ability.
There you go.
And we're going to show you some pretty cool stuff soon, too. Show you what a cool day today was. Actually, it was a warm day. It's going to be cool tomorrow. And tonight we can see mostly clear skies with some scattered showers on radar, but they're not actually hitting the ground. Dew point temperatures. This is the reflection of how much moisture is in the air. Dew points in the 20s, and that is going to spread southward. We're going to have dew points in the upper 20s to low 30s on the Suncoast tomorrow, allowing our air temperatures to dip into the 40s. Tomorrow night, we're going to probably see some frost. There are freeze advisories or freeze watches in effect for the Panhandle for tomorrow night into Monday morning. But right now, it's in the 40s to 50s in the Panhandle. Along the Suncoast, temperatures in the 60s. And across our viewing area, we have temperatures ranging from 56 at Lake Placid to 72 at Sarasota. Now, this cold front is coming past us as we speak. It's going to clear the state tomorrow, bringing in cool northerly winds, drier air, changing our weather pattern entirely. It's also producing a really strong storm across eastern Canada and upstate New York, where it's going to snow off and on for 2 days. Here's the futurecast showing that storm just spiraling around. You can see the cold airflow out over the Atlantic as well, clearing skies behind it. And before we had this storm develop a couple of days ago in the Rockies and produce blizzard conditions here, we had record low amounts of snow all across the United States for November. But that pattern changed very quickly with over a foot of snow across Minnesota up into Ontario. Now, temperatures tonight are going to cool into the 30s across the northeastern United States, and tomorrow's highs only warming up into the 40s. And then tomorrow night, that cold air is going to filter even more down into Florida, bringing us down into the 40s for overnight low temperatures. Here's our futurecast showing that cold air settling in over us. A few scattered showers that are indicated on radar are really not touching the ground. It's mainly a dry, cool front coming by. And with high pressure filling in behind it, it's going to stay dry and clear and crisp for a couple of days until we start getting a more moderate flow off the Atlantic come Tuesday and Wednesday, and we'll warm up. And here's the long-range futurecast showing the next front coming through late in the week by Friday, bringing us not much in the chance of rain, and it won't be as powerful with the cool, dry air, but it'll just reinforce what we have in place. Next weekend looks pretty good, but here are the things you need to remember for the next few days. We have the coldest air of the season filtering into the Sunshine State, and it's going to feel even colder than that because of those brisk northerly winds, but fear not, we'll be back to near perfect conditions by Tuesday. Now, tomorrow is not going to be the best day to be out in the Gulf of Mexico. Those strong north winds, and I know we got Waterfest and a lot of things going on. Not great to be out in the open Gulf of Mexico with seas 6 to 8 feet, and even bay and inland waters will be choppy. Unfortunate timing on this one, north winds 20 knots, and that's why we have a small craft advisory in effect all across the Suncoast waters through tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Sunny and brisk at the beaches tomorrow with those northerly winds. It'll be 69, the air temperature, will feel closer to the lower 60s. Water temperature 72, and it's probably going to be dropping too with these cold air temperatures blowing over it. Here's our forecast for tonight. Mostly clear and cool. The low temperature 54 degrees, the average low 59. And then tomorrow you'll feel the change in the air when you wake up. Sunny, breezy, and cooler. High only 70 degrees with those strong north-northeast winds 10 to 15, gusting to 20 miles an hour. And the 7-day outlook shows that we will slowly warm up after a low tomorrow night of about 46 to about 81 degrees by Wednesday. And the rest of the week looks pretty nice. Adam?
Thank you, Steve. Sports is next. Stick around.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes? B, console her?
Don't worry, sweetie. This is gonna happen a lot.
Or C, find her a new boyfriend?
Nice, single boys. That was weird.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
If you want 24/7 access to ABC7's breaking news stories, weather forecasts, traffic alerts, health reports, Suncoast View, and more ABC7 programming, now there's good news. Introducing the free ABC7 channel on Amazon Fire TV. Your 24/7 access to ABC7. Just search ABC7 on the streaming device and download the free ABC7 channel app. Or if you don't have an Amazon Fire TV, you can get one at Amazon.com.
Families come in all sizes and shapes. Sometimes your friends are your family by choice, or sometimes you're just stuck with Uncle Charles. But what we know is that you want to protect the people that are close to you. But the flu can unravel everything. Your flu vaccine protects you and your family. No matter what draws your family together, protect yourself, protect your family. Everyone needs a flu vaccine.
Designers do it with style.
Tell me what's going on here.
Why, you don't like my hair?
The Mark and Mandy Show. In-depth design ideas.
What is up with the tuck tape here? Let's cover it up.
Amazing beauty and fashion tips.
So Halle Berry has amazing skin. Her secret is coffee grounds. No.
Delicious recipes.
Today, I'm going to show you a special dish that is sure to please that special someone in your life.
Watch The Mark and Mandy Show right here on your favorite channel.
This is the story of a boy who is very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help. And slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Hurricane season is here. Are you prepared? ABC7 has the information you need. Access our special Surviving a Hurricane now. Access our special on our ABC7 app and all our live streaming platforms.
Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, and Roku.
Gold fever has once again swept the nation. And everyone is rushing to Florida to strike it doubly rich. Introducing the $5 million Gold Rush Doubler. We're doubling cash prizes for over $752 million in payouts. And 36 prizes from $1 million to $5 million. The Florida Gold Rush is on. The Florida Lottery, just imagine.
Now, sports.
Bradenton's St. Stephen's football team came into the 2016 season with no postseason experience. 3 months later, the Falcons were champions of the Coral League and tonight playing in the Florida Bowl for the Sunshine State Athletic Conference Championship. Fourth quarter, the Falcons trailing St. Edwards from Vero Beach 14-6. And on a 4th and 6, Fred Billy going up top to Peyton Vining, 35-yard completion. For the Falcons, it sets up this play from the 1, Billy calling on his own number and finding end zone on the quarterback keeper. 2-point conversion good. We got a tie game in the 4th quarter. Later on the next Falcons drive, they are back in the red zone. They hand off to Chase Brown, who flies in for a 6-yard touchdown. And the St. Stephen's Falcons scoring 3 touchdowns in the 4th quarter to win it 21-14. A perfect end to a historic season for the Falcons. In college football, questions swirling around LSU star running back Leonard Fournette's decision to play today against Florida. Fournette was involved in a pregame skirmish between teams, seen here shoving a Florida assistant coach 2 times. The running back was originally out with an ankle injury this weekend, but chose to suit up following the scuffle. LSU interim head coach Ed Orgeron reportedly cleared Fournette, who had 12 carries for 40 yards in the game. Florida still won the game 16-10, clinching the SEC East and a spot in the conference championship game. The University of South Florida just picked up their 3rd straight win. The Bulls are 6-1 in the American Athletic Conference, tied with Temple. Next week's rivalry game against the University of Central Florida is now a must-win for the Bulls. Florida State in upstate New York today, taking on a 4-6 Syracuse squad, but all eyes on this guy today, Dalvin Cook, coming into the game 19 yards shy of Warwick Dunn's school rushing record, and that was 25 yards right there. Cook is the new king of tally. Before the half, Noles up 21-0. Syracuse quarterback Zach Mahoney to try a Hail Mary, and Amba Edatawo makes a phenomenal catch in the back of the end zone to put the Orange on the board. Second half, more Dalvin Cook, number 4, finishing with 225 yards, 4 touchdowns, and the Noles roll to a 45-14 victory. A different kind of record broken at South Carolina State Senior Day today. At the ripe old age of 55, Joe Thomas Sr. is believed to be the oldest player to ever participate in an NCAA Division I football game. In the fourth quarter against Savannah State, Thomas came into the game and carried the ball for a 3-yard gain. Thomas originally enrolled in the school along with his son at the age of 51. Joe Thomas Jr. went on to play linebacker for the Green Bay Packers, and Dad remained on the scout team for SC State. The older Thomas says he missed his chance to play college ball after high school in Blackville, South Carolina. He told reporters after the game it was the happiest day of his life. Tampa Bay Buccaneers wide receiver Mike Evans also with a chance to make team history on Sunday. Evans has 8 touchdown catches in the Bucs' last 9 games, and according to ESPN, if he gets another one on Sunday against the Chiefs, he will eclipse Bruce Hill's 10-game touchdown streak from 1988. Evans' career high 4 touchdowns in a season is 15, which he set during his rookie year in 2014. The Lightning have won their first game without star player Steven Stamkos out for at least 4 months following knee surgery. Can they keep the momentum going today against the Flyers? One group sure hopes so. It's the Lightning dads on the road with their sons on the ice. First period, no score. Tyler Johnson passing the puck across the blue line, and then he slips behind this Flyers defense for a wide-open one-timer. Alex Killorn with the assist, 1-0 Tampa Bay. Second period, Lightning on the fast break. Vladislav Nemesnikov leaves it for Andre Palat, who after some fancy puck handling fires the wrister and finds net. 2-0 Tampa Bay lead. 3-0 game towards the end of the third period. Flyers trying to get something going. The puck batted towards the middle of the ice. Jake Voracek gets a good look, but the glove of Vasilevsky quicker. Vazzy's second straight shutout. 32 saves this afternoon. The Lightning win 3-0. More to come here on ABC 7. Stay with us.
I had cancer. I beat cancer. I kicked cancer.
At SWC Properties, we pride ourselves in providing to you the very best in customer satisfaction, and the secret's getting out. Maybe that's why so many people have chosen to list their homes with our friendly and qualified agents. After all, it only makes sense to list with a growing agency that markets in so many places. To list your home with SWC, give us a call at our office and ask for Teresa Witt.
Have you ever wondered what it's like to save a life? Find out by donating platelets at Suncoast Blood Bank.
I'm Haley Wilgus, ABC 7. Platelets aid in the clotting process and are vital in the treatment of cancer and surgical patients, trauma victims, and critically ill newborns. It's tough to keep enough on the shelves because they only last 5 days. To donate, call this number or visit scbb.org and you can help save a life.
ABC 7 congratulates Suncoast Blood Bank on 65 years of serving our community.
Mom was diagnosed with Alzheimer's at 58 years old.
For me, it was heart-wrenching.
It takes a toll on everyone. I mean, it's a depressing disease to watch unfold before your eyes.
You just don't see the person's soul's like gone.
This disease just ravages a family.
It changes your life.
The magnitude of it is indescribable.
Now is the moment. If we work together, we can stop this epidemic.
Contact Bright Focus and learn more.
There was this big bruise on my friend's face.
I didn't want to see it. I didn't want to think her own nephew could have hit her.
I didn't want to see it. My mother's bank account was emptied, and a caregiver had taken control of it.
I didn't want to see it. My father's refrigerator, there was hardly anything in it. That's unusual for him.
It's tough to see that a senior citizen is being abused, physically, emotionally, sexually, or financially. Elder abuse is a crime.
So see the signs, stop the crimes.
The all-new mysuncoast.com. Just another way we're here for you.
Today marks the end of a 3-day-long event in the sand on Manatee Public Beach. All-day beachgoers participated in a sculpting competition to show off their skills. Earlier in the week, families were able to come out to the beach and learn from master sculptors at free clinics to boost their own skill in sand creations. The annual event supports Manatee Beautiful, a group dedicated to litter prevention, beautification, and environmental improvement. And furry friends finding their forever homes in Bradenton today at the Canine Christmas Festival, where pet lovers came out to shop for their four-legged friends. Over 60 vendors attended the event at the Bishop Animal Shelter SPCA, including local animal rescues, dog groomers, trainers, and vendors selling all kinds of holiday sweaters for the pups to wear in their holiday costume contest.
It's great to come out and support Bishop Animal Shelter as well as the other rescue groups that are here, and it's always a super fun event. Andy loves coming, and he also always participates in the Canine Christmas fashion show every year. So it was a great event and always excited for it every year.
Santa also attended the event, and owners were able to capture holiday photos of their dogs with Santa. And in Sarasota County, a young boy is performing a selfless act on his birthday. 7-year-old Nathan collected donations for his birthday to give to the Humane Society of Sarasota County instead of asking for gifts himself. The Humane Society says it's touched and honored to see children giving back to the community and showing compassion. The money raised by Nathan will help homeless pets in need. Good for you, Nathan. Way to learn that early in life. But we got some breaking weather news here.
We got a cold front coming through as we speak. You can see it on radar. Most of that isn't hitting the Gulf, but it's dry on land. And it means that once it's passed, we're going to turn much cooler. In fact, tomorrow night's lows are going to be in the 40s. You're going to wish it's as warm as it is right now by this time tomorrow night, but it'll warm back up by Tuesday or Wednesday.
Can't wait. Love it. I want to see that temperature drop down. I like it when it gets cold down here.
And Wendy, of course, will be back tomorrow night. She's taking the night off.
Well, there you have it, folks. And thank you for joining us tonight. We'll see you guys later on tomorrow, and have a good night.